Hey guys, Zach Nichols again here. Hope you guys had a great holiday. I actually got to travel and see family over Thanksgiving, so pretty pumped about that. Very refreshed, recharged, and ready to take on this last little finality of my Army career. You know, it's one more month and I'm pretty much clearing and moving to the university. So let me know in the comments below how your Thanksgiving was. What's this New Year's have in store for you? For me, I made an observation. I was home for pothole. I was home for like 6 days, just doing nothing but wholesome family things. You know, like playing with the dog, you know, sightseeing and eating at my favorite restaurants with my aunt. Just spending time around the dinner table with family. You know, and really changing my mental diet for those 6 days. Just feasting with my eyes on nature, I'm gonna take a right here, on, you know, fall colors. Here in El Paso, you don't really have those fall colors. You don't have trees that are turning red and yellow, and you know, you don't have an abundance of leaves on the ground. It was just nice to see animals, like horses in the morning when you wake up there in Monroe, North Carolina. There's like roosters crowing. Like, you wake up to the sounds of nature. You go outside, you hear birds. It's nice. It was a different, very welcome change. I did miss the city, but what I noticed, so 6 days cold turkey being away from my little comfort zone at home and not playing any video games. I came back to work yesterday after those 6 days, and I just felt sharp. I felt rejuvenated. I felt like my mind didn't stray from the task. And that's one of my biggest vices. You know, I've been like porn free for a year, roughly a year now. I'm really not just keeping track, but, and that's another topic. I don't think you should really like count the days, because I think it'll drive you crazy. But so roughly a year from that, and you know, obviously you're always gonna have another vice. One being like coffee. Everybody's got their thing. So for a while, mine was video games. I'd binge play and like just bro out with my buddy online. And you know, if you're a fan of the Improvement Pill channel or other like no-fap channels, they talk a lot about dopamine addiction. You have sex or you know, masturbate, you raise levels of dopamine, that reward molecule. And you get overly saturated with too much dopamine that you don't really deserve. I think it downregulates the dopamine receptors in the brain, like high levels of it, like hard drugs, morphine, heroin, you know, obviously excessive, like, it's like, I almost think of it like fat loss. You know, fat loss, you want to have a target heart rate. Well, with these things we do with, you know, self-pleasure in any form, you know, being a glutton with food or sugary candy, video games, some kind of vice we binge on, we keep this like target dopamine rate, and we keep it at this high point where we're gonna go from high and then we're gonna drop into a nasty low. And so what I've done with this little trip, I've just kept everything at like a happy medium, you know. I think I'm talking so much, I'm making my windows fog up in my car. It's actually cold here now. But what do you guys think? 6 days away from video games or some kind of self-pleasuring vice, do you think it's therapeutic? You think maybe it's a placebo effect, but I think it's a belief system, and if you believe, then it works. But I definitely, without even going in thinking this was gonna be a thing, just being away for 6 days, I come back, I felt sharp. I was working on some personal objectives and work-related tasks, and I was just on it. You know, my mind was sharp, and I worked from 7 to 7. I was probably got to like 5 o'clock, and that's when I finally just started to hit a slump. But that was just from natural sitting in the office for 12 hours, you know. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Take a week away from that thing that you do too much of. What are the results? Do a personal experiment with yourself. Tell me the results in the comments below, and always like, what keeps me motivated, guys. Appreciate it. Talk to you later.